ディズニーが最初に開発し、その後スピンアウトし、オープンソースとなったドラゴンチェーンから、ドラゴンチェーン商用プラットフォームおよびドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターが登場。まず資産となるデータの保護に重点を置いているドラゴンチェーンプラットフォームを見ていきましょう。サーバーレス構造を用いた拡張性高いプラットフォームは、スマートコントラクトの開発者たちが Java、Python、Node、C# など使い慣れたプログラミング言語で作り込まれるようパッケージ化されています。さらに、すべてのスマートコントラクトが Amazon AWS とその他の機能にフルアクセスできます。次はドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターを見ていきましょう。ドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターはブロックチェーンプロジェクトのローンチに必要なプロセスを標準化しました。では次にドラゴンチェーンの市場を見ていきましょう。暗号通貨、マーケティング、法律、ソフトウェア開発、採用といったあらゆる分野のスペシャリストたちが集まるエコシステムになっています。また、この市場には開発者たちが再利用目的で収益化したビルド済みのスマートコントラクタライブラリーも含まれています。最後に紹介するのがドラゴンチェーンプラットフォームとエコシステム全体の全てのサービスにアクセスするためのトークン化されたマイクロライセンスです。ブロックチェーンビジネスマジック用に設計されています。あなたも最も安全で柔軟性が高くビジネス仕様のブロックチェーンプラットフォームとエコシステムの一員になれます。10月2日、いよいよドラゴン発売開始。
All right, welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky, the Dragonchain Update Show. This is episode 1x51. That's 0x151. It is the 338th weekly episode with an AMA. That's over 6 years of weekly episodes. Reminder, nothing on the show is financial advice. Stay tuned after the updates for the weekly AMA. And first off, we do Dragonchain updates. So the distribution of lot for last week's episode 420, there were 3 questions for 70 lot each. The host received 70 lot. Dragonchain received 140 lot. Get your questions in right now before I drop down and refresh them after the updates, so that you can get your lot for the show. And the patent portfolio tokenization update. So some people have been talking about this in the Telegram chats, at least, I think. I wanted to at least, let everybody know we're making progress, yet it might take longer than we want, because we have to time everything as good as we can, so that everything has a chance to I guess live up to its full potential. What we're trying to do is time the network launch, what we're doing with this tokenization itself, and the incubator under a different name, and we're trying to time them so that we can roll them all out at once, so that people from outside of our community will catch wind of it and have a pressing need to get into the ecosystem. So that's the big thing to let you know this week, to make sure you're patient. I don't want to get involved in people being upset because it doesn't come out in February or in March or whenever it might be expected. So the main point is that we're trying to roll out a lot of things at once, and that includes the full protocol change, and the incubator, and the tokenization, and the way everything interacts in the entire ecosystem. So be patient. But the other thing of note is making progress on the actual model, and that's the model for the incubator and the model for the network rewards, because that will change a little bit, and I think it'll be a very good and welcome change. Definitely the nodes will be easier to run, easier to install or deploy, and easier to maintain. So it's something that you would likely be able to do on your own hardware, at your home or business, and yet we're hoping also to have a partner that will be able for a small monthly fee to be able to run the whole thing for you, so that you know that it's maintained up 24/7 and so on. So all of this stuff is in a mix. And the other, let me think, there was one other big thing is on the protocol. We are now in testing with the smart contracts and the network verification side of the new protocol implementation. And we are working on the second model for smart contracts, which is it's more of a decentralized model, or at least a federated model, where you can let someone let's say someone is hosting your business node, and that you want to run smart contracts for some particular reason, that you would be able to separate the smart contract from the node itself if it makes sense for the deployment. And there are a couple of cases where that does make sense, especially with some sort of a hosting plan from for one of our partners, that it is a very interesting way to handle the smart contract side of things. And we're putting that out there too, because we know of at least a couple of cases that we expect will need that in the early days of the new protocol rollout. So anyway, that's the news there. Next, we go to, and see how it didn't even show the common video. Next, we go to the Den.Social updates. So first off, we go to the DinDAO layer, as you should always do. The next meeting is yesterday. Sorry, I missed it again. I keep forgetting it's on Wednesday, so I'll need some better active reminders. But the same, it's essentially always go in here, and if you need anything added to the agenda, you can reply to this post. You can join the stream, the meeting itself. You don't have to have a camera on, just so you can get good feedback. I think William, I am for handling all of this as the emperor. It is a good thing. And, we're actively looking at how we can facilitate a pivot or a change, or, something that will, represent the next phase, the next steps in DinDAO. And there are a few things coming related to the other Dragonchain stuff that would play in there. If everything goes well, then we will be able to do a lot of these things. So anyway, it's good stuff. Next, we go to World Blockchain Roundtable updates. And first off, in case you missed it, last week's episode was Privacy in 2025, Regulatory Pushback versus Right Privacy, episode 243. More views it gets first week, more lot all the participants will get. Make sure you watch it, make sure you share it, all those things every week. And this week we have Deep Dive. So I hope that Greg is on there, because he's doing a lot of really amazing stuff with this area with Rivet. So it would be good to watch this if you want to understand it. And that's why I expect to be on today, and I'm hoping mostly to listen and maybe ask some questions. But let's see if there are any. Oh, and look, it was nominated by Greg, so I do hope he's there. All right, I'm sure he'll be there. All right, I am for AM has some good intro questions, a good number of things. So get in there and get your questions in before it's too late, before the refresh. All right. Okay. Next, we go to Meme Asylum updates. So first off, make sure you go in and set your wallet up, get some ECT if you don't already have some ECT, and do the stuff. But I want to show you the latest. We'll look at the therapy session, and we have 7 days, 6 hours left. and Trumpinen has 31.88 million. I think that's something like $80,000 worth of ECT that's been burned in voting for that token. And Bananus Imperator is 23.96, so 24 million ECT, which is I don't know the amount there, but it's a lot of value worth. Slot balls also, which I don't understand. I do not understand anything about what this is, but doesn't matter. 14 million ECT voted in, so 16.75. So, and I'll show you. There are a bunch of good ones. I haven't paid attention because I haven't had time. Looks like Greenland is highest on the monthly poll. Vance is next. That's interesting. Trump next. Kim. Oh, Kim. Okay, from North Korea. Let's see here. Modi. Okay, Modi. And I think no votes for Modi because I think that was the starting. Maduro. No votes for Maduro. No votes for Netanyahu. Maybe you could do negative votes somehow. Maybe burning. I don't know. Putin. Putin, no votes. Zelensky, no votes. Starmer, no votes. Ayatollah, no votes. She, no votes. Okay, Casey Pooch, who is running for Ohio. We are hoping to see if there are any votes there. We should figure out of these. Oh, maybe Casey Pooch has some votes. Vivek has no votes. Amy has no votes. Those are the three people running for Ohio. The goal behind that is the potential to get one of them to retweet it, that they're winning this unscientific poll, who knows, that could bring some interesting stuff. So vote on those. The most likely to retweet those would be the Amy account or the Casey Pooch account. I don't think Vivek would retweet it because I don't think he'll win, but either way, ban the banana. I hadn't even seen this. That's a pretty good one. Maybe that's what I saw some of those posts yesterday. So that's good. Anyway, I wanted to tell you one thing real quick before we go into a couple of parts here that I accidentally, and I say accidentally, I don't know whether to blame my plugin, my connection, base, or something else, but I made, I burned some, and it was enough to fix to my budget, and then it didn't happen. And I thought, wait a minute, did I just do the approval first? What happened? And so I looked, saw nothing there, nothing got burned. So I said, well, okay, well, maybe I refresh and I do it again. And I did this more than once, and it turns out it was spinning and it was just delayed, which I'm not used to on base. And so I had to cancel a few. One of them, like a few, more than a few. One of them cost me like a $10 fee on base, which was kind of crazy too. But I got most of them canceled, but at least two of them went in. So I'm way over my budget. And so I apologize that this went as high as it did. And I'm not the only one. Someone else came in and voted millions also on top of that. So anyway, I wanted to apologize to everybody. I didn't intend. I wanted to basically say, oh, I'm going to vote it up, get up to my budget, and make it within range so it can all be decided. I didn't intend to push it that far ahead. So apologize there. The other thing, let's look at dog and padded room. It's at 82.94%. It's at a 4x. I think it has to get to 87.5% before it goes to 8x. So not very far off. I think it has to get down to something like 8 million or something like that. So we need a few more million burned. And the pricing is actually pretty good. It's more than a 4x in pricing. So it's holding pretty well. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty interesting and neat. So anyway, that is, I'm going back. All right. And then we're going to look at Goy. It is let's see here. It is at a 2x, and we are at 64%. We have to get it to 75% to get to a 4x. So we should strive for that. I burned another million last night. I think that I burned a crazy amount at the beginning. So I don't have a ton left, but at some point, maybe after the reverse burn of whatever wins this month, I will go in and buy a bunch of these and burn those. And my goal is to get everything up to at least 4x, and then see how far we can go. 8x we haven't even had yet, so that'll be a crazy thing when DPro gets to 8x. So pay attention. It's lots of fun, and it's we have a lot of things coming up for this project with the NFTs. I'm sure you've heard, and how they are going to have some significant interesting playability utility. Okay. So some really cool stuff coming, and still waiting on a couple of updates. I don't know if I need, say my headphones just lost their connection, and I'll try to get them back in there. I do not know how that happened. Anyway, okay, let's see here. Now we go next. Make sure you're following Meme Asylum X on X, and pay attention there. That's where all the announcements happen and all the good things. So and all the great things coming. Oh my gosh, look at this. I hadn't even seen this. This is brilliant. I love this. Very respect to the bananas. And maybe next time, there's a good chance that there's enough ECT out there that bananas can still beat. But you have to think about what will play best for potential viral sharing. So we'll just see. But I like that. I like the Emperor taking care of Trump. And so, okay, next we go to Dracaria updates. So go to dracaria.com, get your new get your account if you don't have one already. I'm going to show you a couple of things that if you go in, and I can't do it, I probably can't show you without logging out. So you can go into your profile, and you can let's see here. I can go in here. It's a small. I'm used to this being a bigger screen. So you can go in here and purchase keys. You can check your wallet. So you can decide how many keys you want, and you can pay with credit card, and you can do this even without an account. And then you can give the sharing codes away to your family and whatever. Next, let's look at community tab. Oh yeah, see, look at I hadn't even seen the background on this stuff. So let's look at the daytime. Oh, that's awesome. So okay, this is nice looking. Okay, so we have a couple of hatches coming: a scout, fire egg, an earth egg. Copa has got both of them going. We have a couple of new keys spawned. There've been a bunch of spawns in the past few days here, so it looks like there are a bunch of hatches too. So anyway, get in there, spawn stuff. Let's look. The new spawn season opened just yesterday, and we have 13 days left. Let's see here. Next season, it's still gonna, as of now, this is right at the beginning. That's what you get. Season supply 2032. There are 933 eggs remaining. They're $35. And let's look marketplace. I've been finding some pretty good deals in here, so I would pay attention. I mean, you can go sort by price low to high, and then filter out. Okay, I already have some of those keys. See, it's a $14. If you want an earth egg, I mean, that's it. $15. And I mean, $15 for an earth dragon, right? I mean, I should, I don't know. I got a couple of yesterday, so you have to think about what the goodbyes are, especially to try to get variety for what might be coming for all the various things in Dracaria. Anyway, and make sure you're following Dracaria World on X, and we need more followers, but that's where all of the updates happen. Oh, this is another thing. That It Is Time spawned a Titan yesterday. Amazing stuff. And it's going to be a water fire one, which usually those are really cool looking, depending on depending on the genetics. So it's really neat stuff. Let's see here. And I guess that's probably everything. I mean, air season is uh air season is going. It is air season, right? Uh, yeah, it's air season of age 2. Sorry, I'm like blanking on everything. And that's it, I guess. So let's now go to the AMA. So I hope you got your questions in. I will refresh now, and we will scroll it down. Okay, so first off, I am for I am like a charm. Let's see here. Did you know that meme asylum experiment is working? Yes, yes. And the interesting thing is, I don't think we've compiled because it's still, this is still only the third therapy session, and the first two went exceedingly well. And we've been learning stuff about where the attention is, and having really good ideas of things for. Oh, I think I just blocked out. If you can hear me, I will be right back. This is crazy. Okay, I am back, and I have to now go back in. Let's see here. I think it's this one. I think it is this one. Here we go. Hopefully, man, this is ridiculous. I think I need to get a new machine. I haven't had time to even think about it, but let me get everything rearranged. I just had to reboot, so sorry about that. And let me pull up my notes. Still have to pull these over. Okay, so apologize for the delay. Yep, solar flare. It was a solar flare. I used to love it working on government projects when they would blame a solar flare for mistakes that were really caused by humans. It's always funny. Okay, let's see. In this case, it is the crappy nature of current hardware that none of it works, and it's all intended for Windows. So it's a total shit show because Windows sucks. Windows is a just ridiculously bad platform for software, and yet that's what the majority of people use. And so all of the hardware is geared towards that. So you can rarely even find hardware that's intended for a real operating system. And if you do, you still end up with drivers that crash the system because they're, I don't know, they're built for Windows, and you can't even get a proper real open source driver for them. So it's all trash and whatever. Anyway, so did you know that Meme Asylum Experiments is working? Nope. I'm not talking about the specific price of a specific meme coin. I'm talking about trending price or valuations. Meme Asylum Experiment was set to fix the pump and dump problem that has plagued the meme token space. Typical meme coins pump in price and then dump in price. Hot potato model, pretty much. DPro, dog in padded room, the first meme launched by the first theme launched by Meme Asylum Experiment has has proven the Meme Asylum model works. See the image. Let's look at the image. So you can see this is DPro, and yeah, you look at the price trend, and it bumped up, and some of this I will say was I know I, for one, was buying some off of the pool so that I could burn it, so that I could get the multiplier up. And again, experimental work. I might not always be there to do that, but at the same time, I think others will. And otherwise, in time, it'll just happen because people will need their ECT, so they'll exit out of some of these meme coins, leave behind what they can, and then repeat, right? Rinse, repeat, all the rest of it. So good stuff, right? Let's see here. The price of this meme token has gradually grown and not dumped. See bottom green support line is trending upward. And the thing is, it's interesting because, when it 2x's, the general value of the token is at least 2 ECT, right? Because I can get 2 ECT out of it. So I do want some of that. And the beauty is that, well, first of all, and this isn't super novel itself, but when the meme coin is launched, it has built-in liquidity against ECT, right? So you could immediately trade it and get ECT, but you won't really get as much as if you hold it and wait. First of all, for the burn back time, and secondly, for the multiplier. If it gets to a 2x, a 4x, an 8x, all of a sudden, whatever you are holding is going to be worth a lot more ECT on the reverse. So that becomes an interesting angle because you don't have a single path to exit or to get out of. Let's say you don't like that meme, or let's say it wasn't as exciting as you originally thought. First of all, you don't have to worry about that hot potato thing on holding it and being in bed asleep when the market dumps it on you, or otherwise that how do you say this, that it will get rugged, right? You don't have to worry about that first, and second, when you want out, you don't have to go and have a whole bunch of slippage in exiting in the pool, because instead you can just how do I want to say this? You can just do a reverse burn and get your ECT directly out without any slippage, right? So it's an interesting angle, and it's so far worked really well. And we have some improvements in store and some more fun and interesting gamification in store as well, to kind of mix it up a little bit, make it even more exciting and fun to play. So yeah, I mean, I've been super happy with the results so far. And I do wish we could get more attention, like always, especially from the supposed base promoters that that have said from the beginning, and we've always heard, yes, like, yeah, they'll promote anything that's deployed on base. They'll promote anything. If you're building on base, you need to say it, and they'll push it. And it's like, well, guess what? It's all bullshit. Like it always is. Just like, oh, if you build on ETH, you can get some attention. All these ETH people who love ETH so much are going to, give some love to your project. Bullshit. The only thing that gets you love in crypto space is if you happen to get lucky and get venture capital investment from the people that control whichever chain you're working on. So if you have investment from the same VCs, you're going to get attention. Otherwise, forget about it. There's nothing there. It is all even more viciously tribal than you would expect, and the worst part is these aren't like VCs that have our interests in mind and want to grow crypto and want to do something with the technology that is useful to humans. This is literally like, Goldman Sachs and bankers, essentially. So it's just bankers pulling as much value out of the industry as possible in the worst way possible, so that it puts a bad name on everything that isn't involved with them. So anyway, that's how all that stuff works. And I wish that Meme Asylum got more attention, but I do think this is the path. You have to get memes that will play to current events, right? And we'll get lucky, we will get unlucky, and some of those, it's all good. You just have to keep dishing them out. And after we have enough that are consistently following this pattern where people know, hey, if you get into a Meme Asylum meme coin, it won't rug you. They have a really good community. It's funny stuff. There are great support memes. I mean, if you go into the Telegram, I don't want to brag, but I think that Goy and Trumpinen have some of the very best support memes that are out there, and it's fun stuff, and it's fun to troll each other. So if you're in there for that, it's a good thing. And I think when that pattern is seen enough and people see that, okay, I didn't get in at 1x, I didn't even get in at 2x, I bought it at 4x, and it's already 1632x or whatever else. And on top of that then drives me to say, holy crap, I need to get into ECT so that I can get in on the 1x of the next, and I can help choose which meme it is and all the fun stuff, right? So this project has real promise. There's some really interesting stuff, especially with some of the things we're looking very much at, for example, applying the liquidity that's in the white paper to the meme coins themselves rather than the ECT, because the ECT is such a crazy thing when you're looking at the supply up and down, whereas the meme coins are only going down in supply, right? So you have to think, you want to get your ECT, but at the same time, the ECT is purely utility. I don't want people to think of it as, hey, this is something that I can expect to, no financial advice here, but the ECT is not intended to be anything of a typical crypto investment. It is very much utility, and you can look at it and see what you can do with it. So very, very cool. Let's see here. I'm looking at Pepsi has man, Pepsi and Coke are going at it here. This is excellent, man. Okay, so anyway, and Goy for the win. I do think that Pepsi themselves, surprisingly, will say Goy for the win. You never thought you'd see that, right? It's awesome stuff. Okay, anyway, great point. I am Meme Asylum X freaking doing marvelously so far, and we're gonna roll the NFTs out, bring in a little bit more revenue, and then maybe we get to see either that a couple of changes to the process, and then also some other gamification. And then what comes next is the multi-chain potentially. So cool stuff. All right, look at this. Kif's Crypto says today we passed over 81 million ECT votes for cycle 3. That's over $224,000 in ECT burn. See, that blows my mind. I mean, you see, it's a utility, right? So it's measurable in either units or you can put it to dollars, but 81 million ECT burn votes for cycle 3. That's freaking crazy. And it grows. It's going to grow every time because the way that it works, right? So anyway, congrats on this. Lee, this is awesome, and it's a super fun project, and the stuff coming, and the team's amazing, and the stuff coming out of all of this is great. Again, I apologized earlier for that double vote that I did not intend, and I feel sour myself because I'm gonna lose out on some ECT build, but it's still cool, and I hope I didn't step on any toes. I know the Bananos people were in it to win it, and they still might. So good luck, and hopefully everyone will be happy with whichever one wins. So, but trumpeting for the win, right? Okay, then let's see here. Do you see any underdogs in the Asylum leadership poll? Oh, let's look. That's actually a good question because we did not look. Oh, darn it. Stupid thing popped up there. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. All right. I'm going to share this tab. We go to here. We go to here. Someone did ask for a new nav, so you won't have to go out and back in. Let's go to patient list. And by the way, okay, so 32, 24, okay. Leader, patient list. Okay, underdogs. And let's see here, because we have, it's like there is nobody in the second quadrant. So everything is at a 2.1x with, hopefully you guys got some good day or time bonus, which it looks right. Let's look. I mean, let's go to the very last one here. And do we have a total on that? I don't know if we have a total. We have 60. 60 in there, and I think that's the last page. So somebody has 150 in. And I mean, the beauty is if you do this right, they get a 2x on it. I'll go 3x on it with the time bonus, right? So very smart thing. It's a very good thing. You just have to vote early. So those are the underdogs. I don't have anything on who these people are, of course. So it's all out there in the world, whoever they are. But that's, I guess, my best answer to that. Do you have see any underdogs? I mean, there are a lot, 60 in there, and maybe you mean, let me look. Maybe you mean in the poll, the actual projects themselves. If you mean that, let's look here. Inmates. See, inmates is good. And I don't know who put these up. Half the time I'm thinking maybe Lee did, maybe Hodge did, maybe maybe Jason did. So I don't even know who most of these are, except in some cases if they've told me, right? So, and then of course the poll ones, we kind of constructed those. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Scammarium. I like the name of it, but I do not understand. I have no idea who Ruben Amorim is, right? So, anyway, and Banda Banana, I guess, is the newest. So 20,000 ECT burn for Banda Banana. I saw some of that come in last night. All spam calls today on the Telegram group. So I'll have to look into this one. Let's see. Can we look? Let's see here. Image, new tab. The banana offensive. It's not even spelled right though. Anyway, let's see here. So that's everything. That's all of it. I have to go down to my refreshed code stuff here. That's the end of the AMA. So next we go to Dracaria merch. Go to dracaria.store and get some good merch. This is all the crest or the coat of arms for the Dragonchain. Get these because once we do the new changes, I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm going to we will discontinue this, and there will be a new coat of arms for the new system. Okay, so you can get it whatever color you want as well. And let's see here. This one didn't load. Okay, go to Dracaria.com, click on the hamburger menu, and find the merchandise nav, and you will go here and get some good Dracaria merch. The black on black is awesome, and actually this the VV, the Vinkemus one is actually really good. And I have another one I need to add. And actually in the runes, there's a bunch of new ones we want to add. So maybe we'll add those in the either fire season or maybe the next age even. So there'll be some new ones coming. So go there, get that. And that is everything. So make sure you watch us again same time next week. Make sure you watch the roundtable today, World Blockchain Roundtable at 1100 Eastern, 1500 UTC. That's in like 16 minutes. And follow Dragonchain, Real Denizens, Dracaria World, Meme Asylum X, and Jojo Row on X and Den.Social. All right. Thanks a bunch, and we will talk to you soon.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. A tactical approach is palpable if this animal is fallible. But that conclusion is laughable, so with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it now?